My name is Ryan Curry. I currently have a couple organizations I'm a part of, Windy City Baseball Club and Pirates Baseball Chicago, and then I'm the current owner of T's Academy. We're here to discuss some recruiting needs and the real pitch machine, something that I think will be a pretty big help going forward for players of all ages. Again, we're going to discuss the B.A.T, which is Baseball Aptitude Test, and the real pitch machine. From a recruiting standpoint, it would be very nice from a college coach to be able to have some of these numbers and analytical data points that they can look at and say, okay, this is something that matches up well, with our system or with players that we recruit. If you have a kid that maybe doesn't pass the eye test, he has a legitimate opportunity to show what he has, and the numbers and the data can prove that without saying like, oh man, that guy looks great in a uniform, like that's somebody I want to follow. Well, a guy that's 5'3", 5'4", but has really good hand speed, you can't tell that from just looking at him. So I think the data would be helpful more for the kids that don't stick out, when they get out of their car and are walking the field. I think from a standardized number standpoint, like having accurate information and having trustworthy information is absolutely necessary. I think it's necessary for everybody. I think it's necessary for people like myself that are providing maybe some of those numbers off of evaluations. I think it's necessary for college coaches to have a platform where they know that the numbers are not finagled or maybe made to look a little bit better. Even by 1 or 2 miles an hour, like that can make a difference. You look at a 60 times, like, okay, well, I put a 694, but it's really a 7 or a 701. Well, that's a difference, right? Like you're trying to get something that coaches can go to, organizations can go to and say, okay, this is the accurate information. This is my number one hub for recruiting. I think that would be a massive help because right now, like we said before, there's just way too much out there, and sometimes it's really hard to know what's truthful and what's not. I think simply at the player level, they're getting numbers and metrics that they need to work on, and they can see where their weak points are, where their strengths are. From a coaching standpoint, now I have actual information that I can utilize for my program, maybe even for my recruiting platform, right? Like I may change, some of my mindset and my ways based off of some of the data to say, okay, hey, this is something that, we feel is working. This is something that, our own players are using, and it's a way for them to, start to understand it a little bit more.